Welcome back. I'm GeoSnow, your instructor. So in this video, we're going to talk about the playground. Now, we've been talking about learning how to create a user interface or how parts of the Xcode interface work and so on. But it's time to move to the coding part. And we're going to learn together Swift, which is a programming language created by Apple. It's a quite modern one. It's been around for a couple years now. And its aim is to replace the Objective-C, or at least to make it easier for beginners to tap into the iOS programming world. Now, as I said, Swift is easier to understand compared to Objective-C because of its cleaner syntax. So we're going to get into that. But for the moment, the best way to learn Swift is to, of course, write your own code and experience with your own code. And that is what Playground is for. Of course, you can build an iOS application. You can, start a new project to build a real application and learn your way out. But it's easier to start a playground and focus in there onto keywords and syntax and so on. And after that, after you're familiar with how Swift works, with what is the syntax used in Swift and what are the main keywords and so on, you will be able to get into building smaller apps. So let's discuss about the playground then. The playground is very easy to access. You go to Xcode in here, and you're welcomed with this square in here with this window, and you have the first option here, get started with a playground. And you can see it has an icon with a white paper and a bird on it. Now that bird is the actual symbol, is the actual logo for Swift. So we're going to start a new playground then, and it asks you the name of it. You can name it anything, but I usually name it the thing that I want to learn, that I want to experience with. So if I'm learning variables, I name it variables playground. If I learn about functions, I name it functions playground, and so on, just to have them, arranged in some way. But you can name it literally anything. So it's going to be playground, because we're not going to tap in anything, we're just going to present the playground. And the platform is going to be iOS, macOS, or tvOS. Of course, iOS is what we're interested on. Then you need to save it somewhere, and you can either create a new folder or save it somewhere where you already have a folder for. So yeah, after you create it, it's going to show you this. Now, the problem with this is that when you're creating code, when you're writing code in the playground, it's going to be automatically compiled, and that is something nice. You get an output of your code right away. For example, we have this import UI kit in here, which you can ignore for the moment. Then we have a var str hello playground. Now, of course, for the moment, you do not have any idea what var str is, but we're going to get into that. But I want to show you what happens if I come up with a new line that is going to be print, and under the brackets I'm going to write str. Okay? As you can see here, we have hello playground. We have a direct output window in here that will show you directly what happens as you code. So if I go ahead here in the code and I change hello playground to hello Phonlab student, it's going to automatically change that without having me to compile it to the device and so on. So it's less work to actually see the fruit of your code, which is easier for you to understand as you type. And this is why I recommend you to start learning Swift using the playground. Okay, that's pretty much the playground in a nutshell. We're going to get into it later on with more, more details. But for the moment, that's how you start the playground, and that's how you start coding. In the next videos, we're going to start learning Swift using the playground. So stick on.